what's up, y'all? We're here today with something different, something that has kind of been in the back of my mind for a little while now that I kind of wanted to do, and now that I don't have a good team to do a live with, I'm still kind of tweaking it, still kind of working with it, you know. Don't have any Pokemon drinking games lined up, don't have, you know, much to upload. I figured I might as well go ahead and do it. I have another video kind of like this that'll be coming out, hopefully with Pat soon, on a similar topic, but this is basically just a recap and me reminiscing and just kind of going back over my perfect season. Now, the one thing you can do as a person in the draft league format is have a perfect season, and like that's what you aim for, you know. That's what you want to do. That's when you go into it, nobody's trying to lose, nobody's trying to get bodied, but everyone wants to make sick plays, and everybody wants to, you know, just be undefeated and fucking wreck shit. So, season 1 of PCP, we didn't really have an official winner. It was one of those things, you know, if you've tried to start up a league on your own, you've probably had this happen where about week 7, everyone just loses interest, and you start having trouble keeping people, you know, on time with their matches, and it just gets out of hand, especially when it's with friends, and you just like, you know, you don't want to start some shit and like boot them, so it's like, fuck it. Season 1 of PCP, it just kind of fizzled out. Me and Andre ended up having a quote-unquote finals match just because we were the only ones that still wanted to play, and I did win that, but it's not the same. I didn't really feel like that counted. That was just something to do. I mean, I think I still got a franchise pick, season 2, so I mean, I guess I do count it, but I don't know. Then season 2 came along, and I did win that, which was fucking awesome. That was some of the most intense games I've ever played in my entire life happened in that season. Also, some of the luckiest I've ever been has been in that season. But I lost to Dan, which was unfucking fortunate, because that just ruined the whole season for me. Like, I was just angry the entire second half of the season. Not really, but yeah, I played Dan twice last season, and the first time was that, you guys might remember that, it was like a fucking 140 turns. It was just Toxapex Blissey switching out over and over and over again, and then finally I get the role I need with Groundium Z Dugtrio, and finally break through that fat shit. But yeah, I ended up losing to him the second time due to a very I was calm minding up with Sylveon on his Bronzong, which is funny because the Bronzong's sitting right in front of us right now. But I was almost at +6. I was wishing up. I was doing good, heal bell, all that stuff. And he crit me with a Tectonic Rage from Bronzong, which was just unfucking fortunate, because Sylveon was about to blow through that man's team. But that's neither here nor there. That was old. But basically what I'm getting at here is season 3 was gonna be my fucking season, right? Came out with a vengeance, drafted the scariest team I've ever had in anything ever. Like, holy fucking shit, man, this team was retarded. You see it in the thumbnail. You see what I was working with here. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly go over everything. It's already been 3 minutes. We're not doing good for time, but I want to just go over everything. You know, I want to relive this, and I want to talk about it, and I want to see what exactly worked for me. You know, and I figured since I'm going to do this anyways, I might as well record it, make a video of it. Maybe it'll help somebody along the way. So this was against Austin. I had never played. Holy shit! They sped up the switch out thing. That was so fast. Oh my god, this is so fast. But yeah, I'd never played Austin before, and I knew he was a good player, but it was also the first what's it called? The first week, so I didn't really know how to use the team. I wanted to bring some cool shit, but I also wanted to, you know, win. So I tried to find a good balance, but it's just crazy, man. Zygarde, Hoopa, and Kartana all on the same team. Like, goddamn. But Austin did what Austin continued to do a lot during the season, and he has dual screens Bronzong. He didn't take this league. I know that dude was in like 17 leagues, and I know he's actually right now, I think he's still undefeated in one of them, so he can be making a video like this soon too. But I'll leave everyone's links below, obviously. And yeah, you know, I just stalled out screens, sack that guy because fuck it. And Hurricane, man, fucking Hurricane. I like they finally fixed it, and like everything looks good. That's awesome. But he actually Dragon Pulses. Wow. But yeah, I get the Tailwind up. Now, even if he's Scarf or something, a comment just comes in. He gives me the Grassy Terrain, and good God, does Kartana love Grassy Terrain. Like, that was, I was debating on drafting that, like, to kind of, like, you know, go with each other. I was debating whether or not, Grassy Terrain plus Kartana would be a good idea. But, I mean, that Bulu got drafted pretty early, so I couldn't actually, couldn't get it. But I think Hoopa gets the job done. Yeah, Mamoswine too, man. It's just too fucking strong. Like, good golly. Yeah, I probably could have just killed him with Icicle Crash or something, but differential doesn't really matter. Especially week 1. I just wanted to make sure that I got the win. Didn't want him to have like some kind of crazy Psychium Z set or something and just fucking blow me away. But yeah, that was game 1. Game 1, it was a little weird because of all the people in the league with us, he was the only person that I hadn't played before, so I wasn't sure how he was going to want to play it and how he was going to react to how I play it. But one thing that I am proud of is this season I tried to get all the best players I could, like easily accessible good players. Like, I'm not fucking gonna get Gypsy King in this bitch, because then no one's gonna have a good time because he's just gonna win all the time, and you know, it's harder to get in touch with bigger people like that. But from my size channel and around that, except for Die, that dude's got like thousands, but you know, I just got some of the best players that I could. We got Chris and Pat. Javi has always been good. Dan, even though he brings fucking stall, is a pretty good player. And it's tough to play Dan because he brings stall and he plays it aggressively. So he'll predict you and he'll make doubles and shit. He'll fuck your world up, and it's terrible. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Chris, Pat, Dan, Javi, KipUp, fucking like KipUp bodied me in some other leagues. So I was like, I gotta get this motherfucker in here because if I can beat him, I can beat anybody. But yeah, Austin wanted to jump in on this money, so we got him in this bitch. It's gonna be a good time. It was a good time. I don't know why I'm talking about it like it hadn't happened. But me versus Chris, this was funny because the entire time before this battle, he was talking about like, oh shit, like Shaden's team just beats mine, yada yada yada. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but you just saying that. Like, you're Chris. I know you're gonna bring some crazy shit. I like this play too. I don't know. When I made it, I was proud of myself. Bluff the specs and go for dark pulse the first time, and then just drain punch, take out the Blissey. Now he has Zoroark obviously, and I didn't have a good switch into that, but I got Jolteon doing work. I believe I only had Volt Switch, so I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. But I got 1,000 arrows. Man, Zygarde doesn't care if you taunt. That shit does damage, man. Yeah, he can whirlwind me out, but who really gives a hoot, you know? Now he frisks me and finds my Scarf. I go for the Scarf Defog because I'm a man. U-turns out. That's the thing, man. With this nice prediction on my part with HP Fire. What's up? But yeah, Chris played Zoroark very, very well this season. He actually completely tricked Dan and just blew that motherfucker away with that shit. Yeah, he's got the Ice Punch, and this was really funny. I feel like I wasted my Z move, but 1,000 arrows didn't kill. I couldn't lock myself into Whatchajigger yet, so I was kind of just forced to do that. So I get some damage. Foul Play's going to do a tit load, but now I got Mamoswine, and yeah. Mamoswine, man, is such a strong Pokemon. 130 base attack. He's thick as fuck. Look at that little tail. Oh, I'm Life Orb Memo too. I think I was adamant Life Orb, going for the meme. But he Twinkle Tackles me. That's gonna do a lot. But you know, Kartana is right there. That boy, as well as a +1 speed Jolteon because of that Flame Orb. That was good shit, man. That was good shit. I said, hope you're sash, bro. Yeah, but like I said, he was talking about it the whole time, talking about how I was gonna blow him away. He did better than he expected. He did it better than I expected, because I either expected him to go super fucking hard and, you know, try to make plays every turn, or just kind of accept his fate and just take it. But he was somewhere in the middle, and yeah. It's always nice having a Hoopa, especially since he has Psychic Terrain, so that would have been nice, but yeah, I kind of had to just sack that guy. And plus, I might not have known, or like I knew, but I didn't like do anything about it. You know, when you're like, oh yeah, that's probably, you know, you're like, oh, that's probably Scarf, or oh, I bet he does this or some shit like that. But you don't act on it, and it kind of bites you. You know, it's one of those things. But that was week 2, I believe. Yeah, then we got Jew for week 3. This was a really funny one because Nathan's my roommate, obviously, Jew, and he usually comes to me for building help, and I'm always more than happy to help him. I love helping people and hoping that they learn and whatnot, but yeah, I think Nathan did the latter of what I expected Chris to do, and he just kind of knew it was going to happen. He's actually Specs Feeney, which was funny because I did so much to my Assault Vest Jolteon. But Scarf Hoopa does not care, and it just fucking, oh my god, man, like holy fuck, 9 dicks. If I was Psyshock, I probably killed there, but oh well. He didn't get the Veil up, he actually attacked me, and I guess even though, I mean, I guess regardless, Cowpatt probably still died after rocks. But where is she? But yeah, so far so good. This one, yeah, you kind of see, yeah, no, but yeah, he kind of accepted his fate beforehand. But that's now on to week 4. This was probably my favorite game. I don't know, I say that, but I'll determine which one was my favorite after watching all of them. Okay, so I was tripping because I had him on top at one point last season, and I was like, am I on that side? But I would never drive Chansey. So, yeah, Dan, Stallman, the last time we played, he beat me. So this time I was out for vengeance. I was out for blood. I was fucking ready, bro. So, he was really, it tripped me out this match because he was really insistent on going right into the Gliscor. So I was like, well, he's not Toxic Orb, and I just assumed he was Scarf to catch the Jolteon right there. But he ended up being Yachi Berry, which is why he was so, he's hard Gliscor. You know, usually you don't want to go hard to your thing, but also that was a roll. Yeah, Avalanche was supposed to break the sub the first time, but it really didn't matter. If it was a roll to break the sub, I was still going to recover it up anyways. But this is just a good old-fashioned fucking shitfest of Zygarde showing exactly why it is such a good Pokemon, man. I love Zygarde. It's so good. Nathan had it last season, and I helped him build with it a lot. I learned a lot about it just by, you know, making EV spreads and looking at its move pool once a week all the time. But yeah, man, this guy's crazy. So Dan's just Dragon Dancing up, trying to get him some damage, and Zygarde doesn't care. It just does not care, because he can go for the Avalanche, and it's going to break my sub, but, like, I got Extreme Speed, so, like, what are you going to do? So now Gyarados is gone, one of the Intimidators is gone, and I've already shown that I break your sub. I mean, you can't break my sub with Seismic Toss, which is the whole point of this set. You know, Zygarde has such a fat HP stat that, yeah, it just does stuff. So he goes back into this and basically just, he rolls up the game and puts it on a little scroll and ties it up all nice, wraps it in some nice festive ribbon. He just hands it to me. He just hands me this game. Because I was thinking he would want to, you know, maybe intimidate me some more, or maybe go Gliscor, do stuff like that, but no. But Coil with Zygarde, man, it just, oof. And I kind of fucked up that turn too, now that I see about it. I thought I could get another fresh sub and then not get it broken and all that stuff, but oh well. And he shook a berry. And he eats that for fucking breakfast. He didn't care. But yeah, he gets an Intimidate off before I can get the sub up. It really doesn't matter though. He can lower my attack as much as he wants, but he can't lower my defense. So he just can't break my sub. Everything on his team was a physical attacker, except for Dragalge and except for Mega Alakazam. So yeah, it just really didn't matter. So I just get to max attack just to make sure I can do as much damage as possible, which is a lot. Yeah, counter just breaks the sub. I got kind of scared for a second. I was like, oh shit, what if counter goes through the sub? Like, it just has some fucked up shit like Destiny Bond or something. I don't know. But he can't Wish Stall forever. He's just trying. 1,000 Arrows is running through this, man. Oh my god, this is so fun to watch. I just realized that's been on the screen the whole time. My bad. That pisses me off when people do that. But Fidget Spinner actually lived one too. That was kind of clean. I wonder. Yeah, he probably couldn't do anything to me though. Even I guess it would have had to been like an Endeavor set. Maybe would be the only way. But I D speed, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, and then we talked about how I wouldn't be able to do that again during the regular season, and that's because Dan did not make playoffs. So I'm just kidding. That was, yeah, but no, he didn't though. Yeah, and I had a shitload of defense prepared. So good game always versus Dan. I say that and they piss me off in the moment, but looking back at it, it's always good games versus Dan. Now, this was a fun week because I would win against Dye. His team, as we had seen the week beforehand, he played Nathan, and Nathan blew him away with Freeze Dry because it changes the weather with a little Ninetales, and then look at his team and look at Freeze Dry, man. It just fucking wrecked dicks. So, it was actually around the time me and Pat had made a special on Dye's channel called Freeze DyeItTight as like a guest upload. So we just got 6 Mons with Freeze Dry and played Pokemon, and we actually did not bad. It was crazy. Lapras is a fucking threat, but yeah, so he leads Pelly, and I got this guy. I'm Sash. I figured it would go something like this, and I just wanted to get a Sludge Bomb off, get some damage off in case he was Sash. I guess I should have been like HP Electric or something, but that would have been cool. But yeah, now his Weather Setter is down to 1 HP, or 1%, and I can get my rocks up. Muddy Water ain't doing shit in the sun. Torkoal is a very thick boy, at least on the physical side. On the special side, he's alright. He's got like 70, I think, but, you know. So, he probably has something like Dragon Tail, but since I'm Fairy type, he cannot switch out. I mean, he can't, like, force me out, and, if you look at his team, Fairy Spam does very, very good. Very, very good versus him, which is awesome. So he does get the burn eventually, but I can just set up some Calm Minds, really. There's not much he can do. He doesn't have Iron Tail or Sludge Bomb or anything like that, I don't think. So, yeah. So he sacks the Pelly. Now he has no more weather, which is awesome because I have the sun, and even though it does not benefit me in any way, I have the sun. So I'm at 48%, but I'm max defense. So he goes for, yeah, Earthquake. I live that with 7. Get another Hyper Voice off, and good God, Princess is just doing work. He's actually faster than me, so he knocks me out. Cool. But I got Squishy, and I think I'm Choice Banded. No, I'm Life Orb, I think. No, I'm Banded. Banded F. So he goes to that, and he actually sets up in Agility, which is funny as hell because that outspeeds Scarf Kartana, and he can just Ice Beam me there. Luckily for me, I do have Ice Shard, and I'm Scarf Mamo, like I said, with Freeze Dry. So I just go hard out to Akame, and he reveals to be special fucking Icium Z Kabutops, which is just hilarious. Dye, you know, we love Dye around these parts, man. He's the boy. But yeah, bringing some heat with Icium Z special fucking Kabutops. God damn it. Yeah, once again, Scarf Kartana just cleaning right up. I think I ran Scarf Kartana like 8 out of 11 weeks or some shit like that. It's too good. It's just too damn good. Now, this one's against Javi, and I made this match a lot harder for myself because I really wanted to bring Trick Room Hoopa. His was the only team that I could even relatively try it versus because of his team composition and whatnot. So that Hippo and Delmice didn't outspeed me, I actually had to run Iron Ball, which kind of sucks because if I had a boosting item, it helps a lot with KOs and stuff, but I was like, fuck it. I'm bringing Trick Room, I don't care. So I get the Memo lead right there. Crash just blows it away. I thought he would be Sash or something, but that's not how it goes down. Now, if this guy is something like Assault Vest, he actually lives a Hurricane. So I was like, fuck. Okay, so I gotta get some chip. Luckily, I break through twice. And oh, that's what it was. It was chip for Beast Boost. Now he goes Magearna, and Shift Gear Magearna takes a lot from this, and it does not actually outspeed me. But he goes hard for the Flare Cannon, and that actually, like, it would have 2-hit KO'd if I was at +1 and he wasn't offensively invested. But, yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, it's going a little too fast for me to explain. But, yeah, so I got Hoopa here. He has that fat fucker. See, right there, if I had a Life Orb, that would have been perfect because it would have killed Hippo. But now I'm looking clean to clean up versus this. I got a Balloon. I can go for Earth Power. And I went for Earth Power because I was like, I'll fucking miss. And then the one thing he had to hit, he misses. So Shadow Claw breaks the fucking balloon like an asshole. I don't have Trick Room anymore, so I gotta take another one. He crits me. Thank fuck I hit. But now I gotta play stupid. So he's Life Orb. I am Life Orb on Zygarde. So I actually have to take another Life Orb hit. Make him take another Life Orb hit just to put him in closer range. The max I did was like 60, the min I did was like 45 or some shit like that. So yeah, that was not a guaranteed kill. Oh, that's what it was. 52 min, 68 max. He was at... Yeah, so that was a roll in his favor, really. Oh no, that was back when I had... Okay, hold on, let's see. Let us see. Okay, 56. What did I say? He's at 56%. 56%, I say. Really 55.2. Yeah, I did 50. Yeah, so it wasn't a roll. It was in my favor, but it was a roll nonetheless. So 1-0 victory versus Hobby because I had to bring Trick Room Hoopa. When I drafted Hoopa, I was like, I got to bring Trick Room 1 week, you know. But it's always fun playing Hobby, especially since he lives right down the street from me. So we can always get drunk afterwards and have a great. It's a great time. Now, this is versus KipUp, and this was one of the games I prepped for the hardest. This, the Dan game, and some games to come, I think, were some of the ones I prepped for. Just so fucking hard, man. It was crazy. So basically, I spent some time in the lab, as they say, and I made a fucking crazy-ass Zygarde set that beats itself if it's Choice Scarf. So basically, since he has Ditto, normally that would stop all kinds of setup. No nasty plotting for you, no workups, no Calm Minds, no Shell Smashing, and definitely no Dragon Dances or Coils. But since that boy Ditto has 5 PP, and it has 48 HP. Now, when Ditto copies your stats, it copies all your stats and your boost and all that shit, ability too, except for the HP. It keeps the HP that Ditto has, which is 48. So that's the only stat you invest in. It comes to like, I think it's 300 on the dot, maybe like 301, some shit like that. So with this information, I made a Zygarde spread that had just enough defense to where at +1, I was not 3-hit KO'd, and since he would be Choice Scarf, he couldn't go for the E-Speed and, you know, at least go for the Tithe or something like that at the end. So I could basically set up on him, and he had an Intimidator with Manectric, and that all kind of comes out to play perfectly. So I make an aggressive turn 1 play. See, he's not Assault Vest or Specs, he's just offensive basically. And I go for the Shadow Ball, predicting something to come in, Tracemon or Volt Absorb Mon, Lightning Arm, whatever. But so we all just kind of switch around a little bit. I have the Yawn actually, which makes it a little bit easier to set up as well. So I Baton Pass out, I get in this guy, and I don't actually go for Hurricane because at this point in the game I was like, well, Hurricane just invites in Mega Manectric. This motherfucker comes in anyways, goes for the Volt Switch, gets a crit, which definitely mattered, and then, but at least I'm able to get up my rocks. I don't get up rocks. What do I do? This time, okay, yeah, Sludge Bomb first, then rocks. Now, I could have gone for Sludge Bomb again, but fuck it, you know, I just need a little, just poquito damage. He's in range of E-Speed now, basically. I was pretty sure he was Scarf too, so Scarf Flare Blitz, that's not doing very much. So, hold on, hold on now. Yeah, I knew he's going into Serena, that's his only check to this, so I can go right out into Pidgeot. He has no switch-ins, Manectric's going to take rocks, not going to want to deal with that. At this point, I think I can just, oh yeah, I can sack, scoot. He actually goes for the T-Bolt, gives me a little bit of hope, and then he overheats. Now, this is a free turn. This is a free motherfucking turn right there. No, sir. I can go for the D-Dance. Now, he did have the Mach Punch, but Extreme Speed obviously out-prioritizes that. So now he goes Ditto, and this is awesome. Man, shoutouts to me back in the day. Yeah, see, that he does not enough damage. Now, Speed Tie, he intimidates me, and I can just go for the 1,000 arrows, kill that. So now it's the same thing, except I'm speedy as hell. He still can only do, 35 to me, and with the Groundium, or Tectonic, yeah, I just kill. And then he comes in, Young Thickums, I outspeed, hit the 1,000 arrows, everything works out perfectly. 4-0, fucking, man, that was stressful as fuck, man. KipUp, like I said, bodied me twice in other leagues, and I was like, man, I can't have this, but I really want him to be in the league because he's a really good player, and he does a lot of Smogon stuff, so he's passed me some teams, you know, we helped each other build and stuff. He's a good guy, he's a good player, so he's nice to have around. Then, we have Tim. I think I mentioned this in a previous video, but I actually met Tim because we both worked together, and me and another guy would bring our DSs and battle and trade, and we were learning how to, clone Pokemon and shit, so we'd do all that, and then Tim starts bringing, I guess he notices, you know, that we'd be doing cool shit, so he brings his DS, and, oh right after he sacks them all. Wow, good God. But basically, yeah, he shout out to Tim, man. He gave me my first 6 IV Ditto to help breed and shit. Yeah. So yeah, we got him in the league. He's been there since season 1. Him and me, him, Dan, Andre, Javi. I think that we've been in there since season 1. He pursues me. Good play. Now this boy's in. He goes Onion as I sub. What you got? You got Leaf Storm? Paris Song. Yeah, okay, that was cool as fuck. This man brought the tech. He probably knew I like subbing. He knew I like setting up, and he wanted none of that. Cool shit. Cool shit. Yeah, then he actually makes the good play and scouts for the Groundium, which is fucking awesome. Now I perish in 1 turn. He can go right about to Celebi. I'm keeping this guy. Leaf Storm does a lot, man. Holy shit. Oh, ×4 effective signal meme though. Can't do it. Full switch does a lot. Might be Zap Plate. Oh, yeah, I make the wrong play. I thought he was gonna Volt. But now this guy's in here. I can go right for the X Scissor, and good God, I think I'm Life Orb? Yeah. So I actually outspeed his whole team. Terrakion, he brings it in, makes me think it's Scarfed, so he hits the close combat, and now he is in range to not take me out, and to die to the, yeah, unboosted 1,000 arrows. It also takes out the Rotom, and then this guy, yeah, he ain't taking it either. I outrage just cause. Yeah, Kartana, actually, yeah, one of the few times it wasn't Scarf. I had Mamo in the back the whole time. It wasn't great versus him, but it did prevent really everything from setting up. I think I had Toxic on it for the Rotom, and then it just Earthquaked everything, or Ice moved the Onion, so I love it when a plan comes together. Now, this is also in the running for my favorite game that happened because I do not deserve this win, but Arceus, our Lord and Savior, handed me this game. It opened the golden gates and he handed me this game. So he hits Focus Blast, turn 1, which already is like, what the fuck, dude. He switches out, I got a Hoopa, get a Fire Punch off, and then die. Yet another time where Hoopa got 1 attack off and then died to a U-turn, but hey, whatever. So, I've been playing with Andre for a while now, and he definitely knows my playstyle, and I beat him every time, but he gets a little closer every time, and it's scary, man. He's fucking right there at my ass, just coming for it. But yeah, he's got Nidoqueen. He discovered emojis this week, I think. So yeah, that's what he's doing. But I'm actually pretty spadef on Hitmonlee, so I don't take a lot from any of his damages. Whatever the fuck that means. Funny enough, oh yeah, I get another good killer. Yeah. So I'm building with Chris for this, and he's like, "Oi, Shay, you got to bring Electric Seed." I can't do an Australian impression, but I'm just gonna say, let's say he sounds like Luke. "Oh man, Shay, you got to bring Electric Seed Hitmonlee because he's got the Cocoa, so you need to capitalize." And I was like, "That sounds cool," but then he ends up helping Chris when it comes time, and there's no Cocoa, so. Was that a little bit of collusion? I don't know. Maybe Chris and Andre have been out to get me this whole time. Which I'm gonna meet up with them soon, so that's gonna be fun. But Bullet Punch doesn't kill. Thunderbolt does 40. I just needed damage. Like I needed to get a hit off with Zygarde on that previous turn so that I could kill him. But okay, yeah. See, I did 40. I just needed to get some 1,000 arrows damage. He doesn't click Bullet Punch versus Roserade, which is already crazy, cause. Okay, I gotta go back. Yeah, so I get some damage, but I don't kill with Jolteon. Really, I had to go for a crit full para there. So that's why I didn't go Roserade immediately, because like he knows Bullet Punch just kills this thing. He's got the game won, and he chokes and sacks his motherfucking Scizor, which was at +3 attack, or +4 attack. And now I'm here with a Scarf Roserade and a Mamo. So I know I gotta sack the Mamo, because I'm Scarfed in HP Fire. But now this guy can come back in. I can go for the Sludge Bomb. He misses the fucking Fire Blast. and then that dies. Now he goes into Shaman, and that's gonna destroy that because I'm offensive. And then he goes into Cloister. Cloister has 0 fucking spadef, so this thing's gonna die. And Ice Shard doesn't kill me, and I fucking win. What? Who? Fucking what? That, yeah. I was even like, I do not deserve this win. Yeah. Andre doing what he does best and choking. That was one fuck of a game, let me tell you. This one was more recent. This was the meme fight between me and Pat, and this is actually week 10 and week. Hold on, let me check this real quick. Is that the same battle? 8991 89. Okay, yeah, that's the same battle. So, yeah, so we have week 11 and then semifinals and then final. Okay. So yeah, this is Pat, and this is just a meme fight. So I got Jolteon with HP Steel. I have to go for it turn 1 because if he's gonna give me that Diancie, I'm gonna take that fucking Diancie. But now he takes a Titload. Sludge Bomb kills. I'm Akaberry. Hidden Power, Fire, Crit mattered, but still 2-code. I live because Sacred Fire, because of my Akaberry, and get huge damage and huge poison, which is nice. It kind of weirded me out because he's gonna take this poison damage, and he's gonna get a Ganlon Berry defense raise. So I was like, what in the actual fuck? Turns out he was Natural Gift Ice. So Pat makes a misplay here, and he thought Secret Sword or Sacred Sword went through screens, but when it goes through defense boost, so where he was supposed to live, he yeah, it did. So I can get a shitload of damage off with this guy. Heat Wave is definitely gonna take me out, but now I got Squishy right here. I'm actually Scarf Zygarde. So this is just gonna do a lot. I'm Scarf Zygarde, and since I don't really need the speed, I just have a shitload of HP. So I live that HP ice easily, and yeah, memes, man. I was, I think it was I might have been Flame Orb Jolteon, Scarf Zygarde. I don't remember what the Mamoswine set was. Wacky Kartana, Akaberry, Roserade, and then I forget, Unburden Hitmonlee, but with the Bullet Punch in the back just for that Diancie, because Diancie's a fucking threat, man. So then, then I got to play Pat again, and what happened was I built this team that you see in front of you for our original fight, and then we realized, wait a minute. If all goes as planned, we're going to play each other in like 2 weeks. Why the fuck would we bring our good teams? So that was my second best team that I could bring. This shit right here, this was my real team. And then in retrospect, I like the first team better just because, like, I don't know. It's not as serious, I guess, so I'm more tempted to lean towards that. But this is the semis versus Pat, and we know Pat don't fuck around, so we got to make some plays. So I go for the Hurricane, turn 1. Figured he can get up rocks, he can get up webs, do whatever he wants, but I know he does have that Zapdos right there, so I go ahead and predict that, take the U-turn, and then I can go right to Squishy. I Dragon Dance up as he goes for the U-turn, which I thought was kind of weird, but Ice Punch doesn't freeze, which is awesome. Grounding him just takes that thing right down. Now, this was crazy. So, excuse me. If he is not banded, which I don't believe he was, I think he's banded Zydoge, but not Entei. He did like 28% min, so I just think I just lose this here, but then I get to go into my Lumberry Memo or my Restock Quag or something like that here, and yeah, we can just have some fun. So basically, I don't have E-Speed, which would out-prioritize. I have Dragon Dance, Outrage, 1,000 Arrows, and Pain Split. So what I should, had I not been 100% certain that he was going to kill me with this E-Speed, I would have clicked Pain Split and it would have been awesome. But I actually just clicked 1,000 Arrows because I live at 1 fucking percent like a fucking crazy person. Then Shuckle comes out. I'm Dragonium. I'd been Dragonium almost every time, I think. So yeah. But then E-Speed takes me out, so he's banded on that guy. I got the Ice Shard, and I thought this was a weird turn because I was like, okay, well, the Ice move is coming out right? I lose nothing by clicking Ice Move because Diancie can't one-shot me. So I just go for the Earthquake, predicting Diancie to be his switch-in, but this man has balls of steel. This man has balls of Jirachi, and he goes fucking Zapdos on the Earthquake. So he's going to take some chip, which is actually very helpful for Kartana late game. And then Diancie's just going to fucking blow me away. I go for the Scald, because between Calm Minding and Totemizing up or something like that, I was like, fuck it, if I can get a burn, that'd be cool. But he just extreme speeds me, does a lot. I'm very bulky Jolteon too. And at this point, I'm just kind of getting chip. I have HP Steel instead of HP Ice, so I didn't want to go for that. E-Speed does a lot, but Icicle Spear does more. Now, that was a huge 50-50, because if he Rock Polished up and I attacked, then I won. If he Rock Polished up and I switched, he won. So it was a huge 50-50. I believe when I made this video, the title of it was 50-50s in rolls. But yeah, I do get that play right. Thank fuck. Call me the playwright. Fucking orchestrating behind the scenes. So yeah, I just sacked that, and then I double, because I'm a man, right into this motherfucker. He goes for the Heat Wave. I'm Lum. Even if he burnt me, it didn't matter. Icicle Spear does not miss, which is why we click it. So yeah, good times, good times. Now I can just Earthquake as he goes for the Rock Polish, and that is that. Man. Let me see. Anything interesting? Yeah, not really. But as always, it's always fun playing Pat, man. We've built together for so long now and played each other so many times that like we're in each other's heads like pretty much constantly. So it's always fun playing him because you never really know what turn is he gonna actually call being in my head, you know. So that was semis, and now we're versus Hobby in the finals, and yeah, I've had my fair share of luck this season. I also missed a very important Fire Blast, which would have helped out with differential and whatnot. And if you remember from the recaps, Pat was talking shit the whole first 2/3 of the season because he was technically beating me from differential and whatnot. Some people, you know, sometimes you just gotta put them down after they talk shit. No, not really. It wouldn't. We just joking around, but yeah. So Hobby has, in my opinion, the second most broken team in the league, right after mine, because he has fucking Magearna, Charizard X, Weavile, Latios, Machamp, Lando I, a bunch of other shit. Well, he had some other low tier stuff that's crazy, like Natu to prevent hazards and shit. So yeah, this one I also prepped. Obviously, it's the finals. I wanted to prep pretty hard, but Hobby's tricky because sometimes he just doesn't give a fuck. Like he's a busy guy. Sometimes he don't give a fuck, and he just brings the same team he brought last week. And if you prep for someone to actually bring a team versus you, and they bring not that team, that can bite you in the ass real quick. I do mock battles with mostly Chris and Pat, but occasionally other people. Yeah, and that came to be a huge factor some of the times. So yeah, I had to build a team that could beat a fuck it whatever Hobby team and also a try hard Hobby team, and this is what I came up with. So yeah, things are not going my way already, but I do have to yawn because that's the only way I could prevent Magearna from setting up on my bitch ass. He's asleep. Whatever. Go to Rare Mono. I debate if I should Earthquake or Rock. But yeah. Then I Ice Shard, yeah, because that actually killed. He was red card Machamp, which is hilarious. I can get some Volt Switch chip, and I have no switch-ins for this guy, so I just gotta let Sylveon get confused. I am max defense. I'm the same set I brought versus Die. I'm gonna hit myself with my Confusion, and then just to top it off, I'm gonna hit myself in the Confusion, and then this time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hit myself in the Confusion, and then I die. And that was some hoe shit. I can just Hyperspace Fury him though. I thought I would kill him, but that's not what happens. Now he can go into Weavile. He's actually Sash. I was Sash too. So Fake Out Knockoff is going to take me out, which is unfortunate because that was the whole point, was to beat that guy. Now, I make a stupid fucking play right there. Let's just take it on back. So, after he goes for Fake Out, and then in my head I'm like, okay, well he's got to be like, I don't know, fucking like a plate or something, or maybe Sash. And I was like, fuck it, whatever. So I was like, I'll just go two-shot him with Kartana, but then I realized if he knocks me off, then I no longer have my Scarf and I don't beat the rest of his team. So this was a bad play. So actually double, to Mammo Swine, hoping he'll switch out, but he does not. He goes for the Crash and he misses. Now Crash did like 18%. We'll see Crash damage on me here in a second. But Knockoff does a piss load, but I get my rocks up. Crash does 24%, so it didn't matter that much really, but yeah. Now we go for the shards, and you know things are happening. Charizard takes a lot, man. I can just go right to Scoot because he quick attacks. It's so crazy. Because my play there was I'm burned. I have quick feet, so if he was if he Dragon Danced at 50%, then he didn't do very much to me. Then I could do a lot of damage to him with my attacks. I think I had something to hit him. It might have just been Shadow Ball, but yeah, he goes for the quick attack there, which is crazy. Now he D-dances up, and now I'm still faster than him. And I actually have so much bulk investment that I lived that. Crazy. I love Jolteon. And I definitely outspeed you, but Lottie was Scarf. So he actually gets his Magearna back in, which is insane. And he has to shift gear up here. Now he actually brings a shift gear set. I am, like I said, Scarf Kartana with enough speed to outspeed that, so that doesn't even matter. And I don't want to lose. Like, this is finals. I can kill this with other stuff. So I just get some damage, and then I go for my Z Dragonium, and we win the game with Zygarde picking up the last kill. And we yelled for a little bit. Yeah, of course he had HP Fire on Dhelmise. This man, oof. Okay, he says, had just enough speed to outdo Kartana with Mag after a shift gear, but I was Scarf, so yeah, no. And that was the finals game, man. It was the match versus Andre. I did not deserve to win. I'll be the first to tell you. But the game we love giveth, and the game we love taketh away. So I'm gonna have to take it, man. That's whatever. Count it. I really learned a lot during the season, man. I learned a lot about, like, usually I would draft more balanced or defensive teams, but this was really just an offensive team with like a Quagsire and a Sylveon. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It helped me kind of broaden my senses as far as building and stuff, and then it also made me play different playstyles. I wasn't never a big fan of offense or hyper offense, but with this team I had no choice but to play like that. So we learned, and I feel like it made me a better player because of it, even though I still kind of suck at laddering just because I fucking make too many predictions and shit. But no, it definitely helped me out as a player, definitely. And with that, I'm gonna leave it there. Be on the lookout for a video with Pat. We're gonna be doing something like things we've learned from the Draft League format or something like that. Just kind of like a tool people can, something you can listen to that'll kind of put some ideas in your head. But yeah, check out everyone's links down below. You've seen the matches. You know we got some stacked fucking teams. We're coming back for PCP very soon. Probably in the next couple months. I don't know, that's not very soon, but whatever. I'm gonna quit rambling. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit, and bye forever.